Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Silverline's Wednesday Night Wham! Tonight's going to be a little different. As you can see, we are without our normal Zoom call, and it is just Haley and myself. If others join us later, great. If not, we'll probably just be here for an hour or so, and we're gonna go through a random question generator and then just see what happens. So hopefully everyone is down for that. We are, of course, as always, brought to you by Daytona Beach Comic Convention. You can go to DaytonaBeachComicCon.com to get your tickets. It is going to be on September 18th and 19th at the Tommy Lawrence Arena at the Volusia County Fairgrounds. So you can get tickets and stuff at Daytona Beach Comic Con. So Haley, how's your day going for you?
Good, yeah. Just got home from work and ready to draw some comics. I wish I could share my screen, but Facebook's not letting me connect. I can share my screen on Zoom, but with the Facebook call, didn't want to connect to my computer. So I have it on my phone, so I'm at kind of a weird angle, but
Sure.
technology.
It's a fun time.
Everything's different.
Yeah. Hopefully get something figured out next time. If we have to go without Zoom again in the future, we may just use the Discord channel since you can do video calls on that.
Yeah.
But my day's been about the same. I got home from work. I can't really write comics and do the podcast at the same time, but so we're just gonna be going through some random questions and seeing if we can get something fun going, or at least allow you, dear reader, to get to know more about us at Silverline, or at least Haley and myself.
Yeah.
All right. So the first question is, what school activities did you participate in?
What school activities? Yeah, like I didn't do sports or band or anything. I was in high school. I was in my school's Interact Club.
Okay.
I don't know if I've heard of that. It's like the Rotary, like.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
like community service stuff. So we did, we would do like fundraiser. Like every year there'd be like this project. Like one year it was like getting polio vaccines to countries that didn't have them yet, and so like all year we'd be like promoting that and raising money for that, doing different events. So
That's rad.
Yep. And then I think there was an art club that like rarely met, but yeah, besides just drawing, like that was always my thing. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I did do some sports. I was on the golf and soccer teams for a little bit, and but I actually did theater throughout all of high school, and that's what I lettered in. And then
That's cool.
Yeah, college was different because it was a different kind of college. But I was into the Creative Worlds Development Club and the Fantastica Club, which is all about science fiction and fantasy and sort of the creative, the critical thinking when it comes to creating sort of that type of genre type stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was about what I did.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah, I can see how we ended up doing
right
drawing, writing.
My legs were actually plastered around the high school for a while. So we did 12th night. And was it Malvolio, the butler? It has that whole like subplot where he gets the special stockings. And so I played Malvolio when I got the special stockings. And so I was essentially just wearing leggings with like cross hatching on them. So my legs were the poster for that play was but just my legs with the titles.
Like, how many people knew that was your legs? Like,
right? Yeah, I mean, it's right because there wasn't anything else to really show it was me. So like, people were like,
friends know, or you're like, I'm not telling anybody.
I told a lot. I made every chance to tell people because I thought it was hilarious that just like
that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Ready. Okay. Going straight into the deep end. What's the biggest personal change you've ever made?
The big wow. Well, like 3 years ago, I moved from California to Florida, so
There you go.
that's like literally all the way across the country. So pretty big change, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. Uh, I mean, probably yeah, same when I moved down to Florida from Oregon. I eventually moved back up,
Okay.
but yeah, I dropped my previous major, which was computer science with a minor in history, and went to school down in Florida for writing.
Okay.
Okay, trying to find a good one. Some of these are weird. Ooh, do you believe in Bigfoot?
Do I believe in Bigfoot? There Florida has its own Bigfoot. Did you see that while you were
I did
down?
not.
Like,
No,
I don't know. There's like a Florida Bigfoot, and there's like some museum to it or something, but probably not real.
that's awesome.
Who knows?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, that's just funny, but yeah.
I feel like I have to say yes because I live in Oregon and that's like our unofficial mascot is the
Oh,
Sasquatch.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's a big part of like Pacific Northwest lore as well as like Western Canada is the Sasquatch.
Yeah. Is that like where like the sightings are supposed to be
Yeah,
originally?
so
Okay.
yeah, there's a couple of, like forests near where I live where supposedly there's been like Bigfoot sightings. I think even there's like the photo they caught of him walking wasn't too far away
Yeah.
from where I live.
Okay. Florida Bigfoot. Skunk ape. That's what it's called. The
Oh,
Florida Bigfoot is called skunk ape.
skunk ape. That sounds.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds
The
like its own kind of terrifying.
the drawing that pops up on its Wikipedia page is interesting. If
That's-
anyone at home wants to Google skunk ape.
oh Lord, that's that's so weird.
Yeah, apparently there's like I think it's a couple hours away from me, so I've not been to it yet, but there's like some skunk ape museum or something
That's rad.
in Florida. I'm like, I gotta check that out eventually. That's
Of course,
interesting. Could just be Florida man in a costume.
exactly.
That's probably
This is Florida man.
yeah.
Be fantastic. Uh, say yeah, I we have a lot of oddities museums in the area. Well, I mean, obviously Portland is weird, but I don't know if I've been to any of them too recently. Well, I went to one for Halloween over in Mount Angel, uh, which is a town here, which is um, purportedly very haunted, and that's also where they filmed Halloween Town and a bit of Twilight because of the ghost
Oh,
stories.
oh,
So yeah, they even have like so there they had like the psychic taxi and the giant pumpkins and stuff.
mhm. That's cool.
This one is worded a little weird because it kind of answers itself.
Mhm.
So I'm going to add in a qualifier. If so, the question is, if you could go back in time 1,000 years, what year would you visit? Which would just be
Oh, yeah,
1921.
yeah. Yeah.
Say, if you could go back in time up to 1,000 years, what year would you visit?
Oh man, I have no idea. I have to think about that. I don't know. Do you have an answer for that?
So the first back you go would be like 1021, which would be post Vikings, like mid Steel Age. Um, I think honestly, I probably want to go to probably Europe sometime, maybe Victorian era, maybe early Edwardian. Like, yeah, I think I mean, there's a ton of wars there, which kind of got washed out away in history. But like, you had like
Mhm.
War of Flanders, and all that stuff that happened around that time. But they were just seeing the amount of innovation that happens in such a condensed amount of time, going from
Mhm.
you know uh, pre-industry, very much Renaissance style craftsmanship to industrialization. Obviously, there's a lot of bad stuff that happened there, and that's the reason why we now have the worker movement. Um, but seeing the stuff going around,
Yeah.
that would be interesting.
Yeah. Is it like you just visit for like you have to stay there? You just visit the
I think
country.
I think you're just visiting. It says visits. You're taking a walk around. You're a tourist for like a month or a week.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't have the that vast knowledge of history to know like what happened when. Yeah, I'm blanking. I really don't know.
Yeah. Oh, if you think of anything, I mean, you perfectly have anytime like late medieval era onward. So
Hmm.
yeah, if you're ever seeing anything in the Renaissance or whatever, that'd be all included in there, or um, industrial era, the World Wars, which would not be a fun time to visit. I don't think.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, yeah, like maybe the 20s or something would be interesting. Somewhere in
Oh yeah,
between the.
yeah,
But
absolutely. Lots of jazz, lots of
yeah,
uh, not a lot of drinking though.
yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. What's something you always wanted to do as a child but never got to do?
Hmm. Yeah, these are hard ones. Like when I'm sure I could think of something, but then when I'm on the spot,
Right.
as a child. Hmm. I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind is like having a dog. Even though like I've had dogs since, but like I didn't have my first dog until I was like in high school. So I'm like, I eventually had a dog when I was younger. Like
Sure.
waited a long time. I don't know. That's really a real answer. Um, mm, mm, yeah, I can think of like travel to other countries that I've never been to, which like I could still do, but just like
Right.
you know, wouldn't be if I was a kid, it would be like a family vacation. Now I'd have to pay for it myself.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the part that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is, once you're once you're an adult, like most of the things you didn't get to do as a kid, you're like, well, I'm just gonna do it now because I can. But then things that cost a lot of money, you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think mine would also be going to like an actual European castle. That's something
Ooh,
I wanted as a kid, but I have not yet been able to do.
yeah, that'd definitely be cool.
Some of this is very personal. Okay.
What, it's just random questions, or is it like,
It's actually like random question generator, but like some of it you get like some weird like dating stuff or other
yeah,
things are like
like,
it's like it's like biggest argument you had with someone you loved, like okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe want to
yeah,
live stream that out to everyone.
yeah. Who is the most famous person you have ever met?
hmm, I've met if you just seen like on Instagram those little like they're usually like little one panel comics of like cartoony animals. I think her name's Liz Climo who does those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I met her at a convention. That's like can't think of anyone potentially more famous than that that I've met.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Uh, I know a surprising amount of musicians. Um, but I think that well, they're also I listen to a lot of not necessarily popular music. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I think probably Maddie Mullins from Memphis Mayfire. I feel like they're a bit more mainstreamish.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually met him down in Florida on the Full Sail campus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Nope. Think I broke the website. What would you do if you were the lone survivor of a plane crash?
Gosh.
I need your survival plan.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know. I would like I'd go crazy and be depressed all by myself, like on an island with no one else.
Right. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most real answer.
I would, I would cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like even I don't know. Even if I like knew how to survive, I don't. I think just mentally like not like I'm really introverted, but if I'm not around people for a long time, like I'll get lonely really fast, and
Yeah.
I'll like ah. So I think I would just be like go insane.
Yeah. I mean,
Get
also,
right into a volleyball. I don't know.
you need volleyball. I mean, like even just like the sheer shock of everything just happened to you would be
Yeah.
terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I'd probably try to find some way to make like a fire.
Hmm.
But outside of that, I mean, I'm not a hunter, so I'm probably gonna go hungry real quick.
Hmm.
It's gonna like hand spear a fish or something.
Yeah. I'd like accidentally eat something poisonous. Like I don't know what
Right.
plant, but
Get the raw berries and
yeah, I don't think I'd last too long.
if it were possible, would you live on the moon?
Hmm.
Also, hello Dempsey in the YouTube chat.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. It'd be cool to visit there. Would I want to live there? Yeah, because I'm like,
I
I
think,
know I always like adding qualifiers to the questions. Like,
but
how many people are there? Is it
yeah,
like fully colonized? Like,
I feel like for this one, yeah, it'd be like if we had actually set up like biodomes on the moon, so we actually had our
yeah,
own. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I definitely want to visit. I
Hmm.
don't know if I'd want to stay there long term.
Yeah. If it was like a fully colonized moon, I probably would. I think that'd be rad too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then also, well, I don't know too much about the astrophysics of the moon, but is it like I feel like it'd be darker there more often than it'd be light. But also, I don't know its rotation around the Earth compared to its rotation around the sun.
Oh yeah, because isn't there like a wait, like a dark side, or is does the dark? This one might be a stupid question because I know there's like the dark side, but does the dark side change? Because like, what does it?
Yeah, because the Earth.
I guess that would depend on the sun. Because like, is the same? I think the same side always faces the Earth.
Yeah, so there. Yeah, so I don't know how often the moon rotates the Earth, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that depending on how dark it is, it might negatively affect the seasonal depression.
Yeah. That's true. To have like fake sky inside the buildings.
Exactly. Yeah, got a lot of those sunlights.
Yeah.
Dempsey says he would drift into space if he lived on the moon. That's super metaphysical. Do you ever doubt the existence of others than you?
Oh whoa.
Do you think we live in a simulation?
We're in the Matrix. Oh, I mean, how would we know?
That's the thing. Yeah, the whole point is that you can't know. I feel like
Yeah.
that was in high school. We had a uh, film as literature class,
Mm.
and one of the modules we did was on postmodernism. So of course, one of the movies we watched was The Matrix.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, the teacher just puts on the lights, turns to the class, and says, "Now prove to me that we don't live in a simulation right now."
Oh my gosh.
I mean, like, it's like one that's like it's a jokingly deep question, but as a high school kid,
Yeah.
just watching The Matrix, you're just like, oh,
What? Yeah. One thing, I think I was in a philosophy class in college. I heard that like we can know we don't live in the Matrix because of like, is it irrational numbers like pi and stuff that go on
mm,
forever? But it's like, how do you? We don't know that it goes on. Like it could repeat.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe it's a really powerful computer.
yeah,
Like I don't know. Maybe there was a better reason than that, but
hmm
it had reasons of like this is how we can prove we're not in a simulation.
right. I mean, I
Maybe
feel
the
like
simulation is better than we think.
yeah, I feel like bumblebees would probably break it, right? Because they don't make sense.
Bumblebees.
Yeah, I mean they're because their lift to weight ratio
Mm.
it works, but in a way that it shouldn't.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I think also we broke the question generator again. It just asked how weird is this?
How weird is this? What?
What?
What? Being in the Matrix?
I guess yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is a weird episode tonight. Like I said, it's
And it, yeah,
yeah,
it knows. It's like self-aware.
exactly. We've woken up the simulation by talking about it.
Yeah, it's like they know.
Ooh, this is a fun one. What scene from a non-horror movie scared you as a child? I have a very specific answer to this.
Oh, Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I couldn't watch
Ooh,
that for a long time.
yeah.
And actually, still like I don't know if you've been on the Little Mermaid ride. I think they have it at Disneyland and Disney World. But it's like the Haunted Mansion where it goes on a track, so it like stops a lot.
hmm
Because the whole thing has to stop if somebody's like having trouble getting in, and like as an adult or like a teenager or whatever, being on that ride and getting stuck in front of like the Ursula animatronic still made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like I have childhood trauma from
uh, Mine would be the uh a, the explosion at the start of Star Wars Episode 2 that kills the uh body double.
hmm
Uh, I think it's just the shock of it being like one of the first movies they saw in the theater, and it
Oh
being such a loud. And also, I think they just did not set the auto settings right in the theater because it's just
oh
so freaking loud, and
loud.
went from that to just someone immediately dying. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What are two things you would do if you woke up to find yourself completely invisible?
Ooh. Um, are my clothes invisible? Like, put on clothes. No.
It says that, yeah, you're completely invisible, so I imagine, yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's another hard one. Hmm. I would see if my dog knows that I'm there. If he can smell me. If he recognizes.
Yes.
I'd be like, you're the only one who can. Although I guess I could still talk and people could hear me, but
Yeah,
they freaked out.
for sure.
No.
I'd probably sneak into the Sally Mae headquarters and just hit the reset on my student loan debt.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, you know what else you would really do with it?
I know, right?
Unless you're a villain, invisibility is a really crappy superpower.
Yeah. Like, we can, yeah, we break into places and like,
Yeah,
don't want to use my powers for evil,
exactly. Yeah.
really. At least not at first.
I'm sure it'd be like super easy to get a job with the CIA though, because they're like, hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm invisible all the time.
Yeah, it's good for, yeah, stuff that where you need to be stealthy, but yeah, I don't know.
This website is real dumb, but I have to ask it because for me the answer is a resounding yes. Did you ever own a Bare Naked Ladies CD?
That's so random. Can't say that I have.
Yeah. If anyone who doesn't know, they're the band that did the "It's Been 1 Week" song. That was like the
Mhm.
one thing they're known for.
Yeah, and they did like the Big Bang Theory theme song. I know that.
Yes. Yeah.
I used to watch that all the time. Yeah, we did. I've heard a couple of their songs, but yeah, I'd say I've never owned anything from them.
All right. What is your favorite season?
Favorite season. Hmm. Having only lived in California and Florida, I feel like I'm not qualified to answer that because I feel like I like winter, but it's not like winter.
Sure.
No, oh, it's just like it's not 90 degrees finally.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So,
If you ever made your way up to like Mammoth or Reading, they get snow up there.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
yeah. The Reading Quincy area is actually like one of my favorite places to go camping.
true.
Um,
Hmm.
but I think my favorite season's got to be fall. It's like I appreciate the color scheme of fall, and also the fact that it stays like dusk just a bit longer, and dusk in particular is like my favorite time of day. So having that longer period of time is cool. Oh, okay, so the first part of this question is kind of a non sequitur. We can jump past that. But do you like music? If so, what kind?
So what kind?
I feel like the first part is, do you like jazz?
Like, what if I just no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like yeah, I guess kind of like alternative, like pop rock, like, and kind of like a like electronic synth kind of stuff.
Sure.
It's hard to describe, and like 80s sounding stuff, and then also actual 80s music.
Okay, so kind of like that vaporwave style things.
I guess, yeah. Like I
Yeah,
don't even know the words, but like to describe it, but that kind of
sure.
thing.
I listen to a lot of extreme metal, so in particular the genre is called metalcore, but
Okay.
yeah, it's a lot of but not like it doesn't sound as much like it's coming out of a toilet bowl like death metal. There's a lot more like
Mm.
melodics and music theory in it. A lot more getting like noodly on riffs, but
Uh huh.
yeah. Would you rather play basketball or hockey?
Hmm. Well, I'm not very tall. To lower the, um, yeah, in hockey, I don't know. I feel like I'd get beat up, but I do like ice skating.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I mean, I don't like follow sports at all. But I feel like, I mean, yeah, hockey's probably not as complicated, but I feel like basketball is like it's easier to like tell what's going on than like
Right.
like I have a hard time with football. I'm like, where's the ball? But basketball, it's like okay, it looks cool.
Sure.
Yeah, it would feel cool if I could
Yeah.
play it.
I feel like I'd want to do hockey if it means I would be good on ice skates.
Yeah,
Because like I can snowboard, but I for like whenever my feet are separated, it just messes with me. So I can snowboard and skateboard, but I can't roller skate or rollerblade at all. So if I can get good on ice skates, like if it just made me good by default, I'd be down.
that's interesting. Yeah, because I've never snowboarded, but I like skiing, and I'm like, oh, I would feel like restricted with my feet attached to
Right.
the same thing.
I don't mind it because it's you just turn into one giant foot. But
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like I see people on snowboards falling more than people on skis too, and
yeah,
then you
it.
have to like unbuckle the one boot if you're gonna like push yourself
Mhm. Yeah.
through. Annoying, but
Yeah, from what I gather, snowboarding is supposed to be like harder to learn, but I just my brain works in a way that it was easier for me.
mhm,
But I don't know why exactly that is.
yeah. And I like having something to hold on to
Mm,
too, like nothing to
yeah.
feel much from. Like I feel more yeah, and I'm just like I enjoy skiing, so if I ever go, I'm not like, oh, I want to learn this new thing. I'm like I'll just do the one that I already know how to do, and
Sure.
then it's
Yeah.
fun. Why
Exactly.
bother? Yeah.
What is your favorite thing to do?
Favorite thing to do. Mm, I feel like one of the obvious answers is drawing.
Right. Right.
Drawing and like reading both novels and graphic novels.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
probably the top ones.
Yeah. I mean, I'm either reading. I do play a lot of games, or I go on a lot of also it's like random Wikipedia or like nonfiction deep dives where
Oh,
I'll just like hyper focus on something for like a month where I just grab a bunch of like source books or whatever on it. So that's a weird thing that takes up a lot of my time.
hmm. Is it like research for stuff you're writing, or is it sometimes just something random?
Just something random sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I looked up like theoretical like faster than light drives and what
Mm.
the fact that we're like there's research being done on those like in the 60s, which
Mm.
is
Wow.
it's insane to me. Yeah, but just seeing what like, all the different theories that people had and what's been tested, what hasn't, and also looking at the like logistical cost of some of those ideas.
Oh wow. Is this something worth investing in?
Yeah. Do you play a musical instrument?
No, I took guitar lessons for like a couple years in elementary, middle school.
Sure.
That's it.
All right. Uh, I mean, I play bass, obviously by the three behind me.
Yeah.
But I also did uh percussion up until high school, and then still did like alternative percussion type stuff. I never went and like took full on drum kit lessons since that point on, but I went from playing like the timpani to doing like hand percussion type stuff. So learning how to do steel bowl, congas, uh, djembe, just a bunch of fun like weird stuff.
That's cool. Were you ever in a band?
I'm not in a band currently. I was in one up until the Backstreet Boys reunion tour locked down the world, um, and I think we could get back into one, but that one was more kind of alternative, progressive, easy listening type stuff. I want to get. I think I'd probably want to do something a little more like progressive metal thinking
Mm.
or something like that. And then I was also in a couple like just thrashy punk things for a while. Not a whole lot of theory, just power chords and screaming.
Yep.
If someone wrote a biography about you, what do you think the title should be?
Hmm. I feel like it should be some kind of pun. I'm like, can I think of one off the top of my head?
Right.
I don't know. I like puns. Like, I like dad jokes probably more than I should. Like, there's several I'm like, I
Fair.
actually think it's funny. Do you guys would you like puns? So yeah, some kind of pun about art. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. It's unrelated, but speaking of puns, like 2 weeks ago, or no, last week, one of my Jewish friends sent me a thing, and like, hey, make sure not to pass this over. It's like, I hate you, but I love you.
That's funny.
There. How many slices? Oh, so my biography name. That'd probably something I called like either either mostly sweating or mostly burping. I feel like either one. uh, how many slices of pizza are you capable of eating in one sitting?
Ooh. I mean, I guess it depends how big. Well, hmm. I want to. I want to say like three. I mean, that's probably the most I would want to eat.
Sure.
But could I force myself to eat more if I had to? Probably. My life depended on it.
Yes. Yeah. My number fluctuates depending on if I'm bulking or cutting, or also like where my strength training is at in terms of the cycling. So if I'm bulking or if I'm at like near max, near like doing one of maxes, maybe I can do a full pizza in one sitting. And I
Wow.
cut also back in college, but now I'm like a solid two, solid two. I think I'm good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends like how good the pizza is,
Oh
because
yeah.
because like I on cause Wednesdays like I get home late because I work at my church and we have like the youth group, and so
Yeah, yeah.
with the kids we always have pizza for them, and Little Caesars is closest and really cheap, so
Nah.
that's like my dinner every Wednesday. I'm just like, ugh, I do not want to eat
Yeah.
any more of that.
Yeah. Little
If it's like
Caesars.
good pizza, yeah.
I mean, oh, yeah, we did our. I stopped working with the youth group, our youth group, a couple years ago at this point, and yeah, that was our go-to as well as Little Caesars. Although once the Domino's moved into West Salem, we started doing that, and that was much better.
Okay. Yeah, because looks, I mean, it's fine for because it's like $5 for a large
Yeah,
pizza, right? So it's like, yeah, it's it's fine for like the price, but yeah, I wouldn't want to eat it. And I'm never gonna be like, oh, what should we eat for dinner? Let's go to Little Caesars. I'm like, and like, there's been times where I brought home extra and then had it for the next couple days. Like,
yeah. We also started a recent tradition of doing like like homemade pizzas on Friday nights, which has been great. Uh,
that's like how homemade. Like you make the crust.
Not make the crust. We'll get the crust like pre-made, but everything
Okay.
else, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Although I theory I could make crust. I used to be before my current day job or current career as for day jobs. So this is like 5 years ago at this point. I was a baker, so I know how to formulate crust and like how to like season it and everything like that. So
Okay.
I could, but do I want to?
You want to? Yeah.
How old is the oldest cell in your body?
Uh, how would you know?
The answer is 7 years.
Oh, okay.
I'd say roughly every 7 years, cells. Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm more than 7 years old, so
yes,
I guess that's true.
yeah. Roughly every 7 years, the last of
Okay.
your cells has died and has been replaced by a new one.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's all done in the Inside Bones with your osteo class. Your osteoblasts break down the old ones, and your osteoclasts make the new ones. Do frogs have ears?
You frogs have. Now it's just like
I
trivia.
know it's just weird. Do frogs have ears? I mean, I don't.
That's
They don't look
crazy.
like they do.
Uh, yeah, I feel like it could be a trick question where it's like
Yeah.
they don't have ears, but they have something else that they hear with or
Yeah.
something.
They had
Or
according to fishandboat.com, they have ears. They don't have lobes, but they have external ear drums called
okay.
tympanum.
Okay.
All right. The more you know.
Or yeah.
What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Strangest thing I've ever eaten. Hmm. Right, anything strange? Oh, I so I visited Japan on like a school trip,
Mm,
and this one, I think it's called the Golden Pavilion. It's like one of those like template, like with the
yeah.
those roofs, but it was like all gold, and we went into like a little like tea house kind of place there, like they gave us tea and like these little cakey things, that had like actual like thin pieces of gold on top, so you'd actually like eat the gold. So
Nice.
that's probably
That's rad.
I've eaten gold, so that's
Yeah.
probably the most unusual thing I've
That's
eaten.
that's rad though.
Yeah, yeah.
I have done crickets like the fried ones.
Mm,
If they're done right, they're salted, so they just taste like salt.
okay. Yeah, I don't know how much I want to get paid to eat a bug.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some of the other ones are like, you can actually get like candied scorpions and stuff, which I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah.
But
Or
yeah.
it's like inside the lollipop or
Yeah, yeah.
like do you actually eat it, or it's just like cool that it's in there
Yeah,
just so
you can
normal?
get it. Yeah, I think you can actually
Ooh,
because you can also get like if you were to go buy some of those like market stores, you can actually get like scorpion where they've taken out the stinger and uh, guess that's a venom sac. But um,
yeah, that's probably not good to eat.
no, but and it's or and it's like they glaze it in some sort of way before they fry it. So yeah, and people just eat those. So I feel like if it's like in a lollipop, you just eat the scorpion along with the lollipop, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's enough other things to eat. although if we go back to the like plane crash on an island, if all there is bugs,
Right, you commit. Do you put peanut butter on pizza?
no, I've never heard of that.
I know people who do that. I've never done it myself, but I know like quite a few people who do that.
I mean, I like pineapple on pizza, but I don't know about peanut butter.
Right. Well, I mean, I like yeah. I like. I mean, I guess it's kind of like the same concept where I like peanut butter sauce burgers, where like you get like a burger, some
Oh
steak sauce, and
yeah,
some peanut butter,
yeah.
and then I feel like it'd be the same kind of thing, maybe.
Oh, like peanut butter instead of the sauce, or like
No,
just
like
dip your
but
pizza in
like
it.
yeah, just like you put on top of the red sauce, as far as I can tell. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, because I feel like with
Yeah,
the tomato, it might be a lot.
yeah. That just seems like a weird combination, but I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my 10 o'clock alarm.
yep. Well, that is that though. So yeah, I mean, it is 10 o'clock. We have had our conversation with random questions. Uh, this has been a weird Wednesday at Wham, but hopefully you've had fun. It's been fun. I had
Yeah,
fun. Yeah,
know more about us than you probably wanted to.
yeah, exactly. That's the idea. So we are going to let everyone who is watching get back to their lives. We'll get back to ours. Remember, we are brought to you by Daytona Beach Comic Convention. Details at DaytonaBeachComicCon.com. Haley, where can the people find you?
Well, I am on Instagram as Haley Martin Art. Haley's Haley. I have my own comic that I write and draw called Heroic Shenanigans. That's at heroicshenanigans.com, which you can like start googling that, and you'll probably find it even if you don't spell it right because it's kind of a mouthful. And it is also on Webtoon. Actually, I just posted a page today. Like I started
Ooh,
updating for the first time in a couple of months, so
nice.
like back, gonna try to keep updating it. So starting a new chapter. So yeah.
That's awesome. Uh, People can find me at TimTK Writer on everything. I'm also on Twitch at AgriBacon and TikTok at Tim Doesn't TikTok. My book Wolf Hunter is set to be coming out later this year, and you can also find me on the Silverline Comics website. So thank you everyone for watching. We hope you have a great night, and until next time, remember to make mine
Mine.
Silverline. Got the